course, it's homecoming. A lot of classes having class reunions this weekend. Class of 55, class of 60. Of course, the class of 75, of course, sometimes gets confusing with football years and graduating years. The class of 75 played football in the fall of 74, which obviously was Decorah's first of 5 state championship teams. I know Tom Hovey talked to him earlier this week, excited for this weekend. And of course, in my humble opinion, one of the finer classes in Decorah High School history, the class of 95, having a reunion this weekend as well.
I would take it that's the class you graduated in there.
Well, at least they tried to get rid of me at that time, and 20 years later, here I am. Zach Lee will kick off from left Parker Lane will kick off from left to right. He's averaging 50.4 per kick. Tanner Davis and Nick Highland back deep for Vinton-Shellsburg. Davis averaging 15.6 a return. Highland averaging 13 a return. So Lane will kick off from right to left. Davis will be on the far side, and on the near side will be Highland. Okay given from white hat Steve Schaub, and the kick is bouncing at the 15, taken by Highland. Near side numbers at the 10, running to his left to the 15, runs in the center of the field and gets dumped in the vicinity of the 22-yard line. Downfield on special teams, Brent Schaefer, 1st and 10, Vinton-Shellsburg left to right from the 22.
Good coverage there. It's nice to see. I know that Coach Post kind of mentioned it there earlier in the week as far as to work on our kickoff coverage, and we're giving up some pretty good yards on kickoffs. To be starting at their own 23, that's a good thing.
Receivers left and right. Pistol set in the backfield. Jordan Womasil is the quarterback. He'll give to Joel Barnes, who plows into the right side of the line, off right guard in the center of the field, and he gets brought down at the 27. Tim Winter on the stop. It's a gain of about 4 yards. No nonsense running play on first down there, Zach.
Yeah, that was a straight ahead run there, and lowered his shoulder and put a good hit on.
2nd and 6 from the 27-yard line. Split to the right side will be Nathan Struby. Off to the left side, Sean Noller. Slot right, Wes Edwards. Slot left is Tanner Davis. Womasil will be in the shotgun. Off to his right is Nick Highland, who had 100 yards against Decorah last year. Correction, it's Barnes. Barnes will get the handoff. He'll run off the left side and move ahead to the 32 before Keegan Lillifeld brought him down. It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 1 coming up for Vinton-Shellsburg. A minute into the game, no score.
Got some younger linebackers in there. I've seen them. They recognize the play. They saw the play coming. They just need to come downhill a little bit faster. Once you see that play, just come downhill and meet that running back in the hole. Adam
Hovden, Andy Lillegraven, and Garrett Wise, the linebacking core in the 4-3 of Decorah. 3rd and 1. Give to Barnes. No, Womasil dropped the football, and he gets dumped by Tim Winter back at the 28-yard line. It looked like they were trying to do some sort of zone read look. Womasil thought he had given the ball to Barnes. It ends up on the turf, and a little luck for Decorah leads to a Vinton-Shellsburg 3-and-out.
Yeah, good start there by the defense. I mentioned earlier, you got the 3-and-out here, and they're going to be punting the ball away, and hopefully we can get a good return here on the punt return.
Tyler Bartz, 33.7 kick this year. Back deep for Decorah, Zach Lee and John Will Jenkins. Snap back in good shape, moving forward, and getting the kick away is Hardy. John Will Jenkins takes it on a hop on the far side, numbers at the 43, and moves ahead to the 48-yard line. So the punt goes 30, the return goes 5. Good field position for Decorah to start out in a scoreless game. 10 minutes straight up to play, quarter number 1.
Yeah, John Will did a good job. It was a good bounce. He knew he could pick it up cleanly, and might have saved us from a 15, 20-yard roll. Who knows? But good job by him to pick it up.
Football on the right or far side hash mark as the Vikes move right to left defensively here in quarter number 1. It appears that Vinton-Shellsburg will put 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Dawson Meyer will be split to the left near side. Wingback left is Drake Bauer. Tight end right, Colin Tweeten. I formation with Wise and Lee. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Garrett behind Wise. Right side. He'll get inside Vinton-Shellsburg territory. Brought down between the numbers and the hash mark on the far side at the 49. Joel Barnes with the stop, gain of 3.
Vinton-Shellsburg got some big guys up front there on that defensive line. our offensive line's going to have to play at their best tonight and really stay on their guy and have some good blocks.
2nd down and 7 from the 49 to the right side is Dawson Meyer. Wing back right, Marshall Johnson. Tight end left, tweeting out of an eye. Taking the snap is Steffen, dropping back to throw. He eludes one defender. He swings it out left side. Catch is made by Marshall Johnson, who's knocked back from the 45-yard line by Nick Highland. They're going to give him the 46. It's a gain of 3. A 3rd and 4 upcoming for Decorah. 3 minutes in, no score.
Set ourselves up in a 3rd and about 4 situation. It's a fairly decent percentage to complete on 3rd down. Hopefully we can.
Left hash, 3rd and 4 from the 46. I formation. Twins to the right side. Steffen under center, takes the snap, gives to Wise left side, looks for a hole, now slants left. He gets to the 40, stiff arms a man to the 36, and shoved to the sideline by Will Edwards. They'll mark him at the 38. It's a gain of 6 and a 1st down. Initial hole wasn't there, but Garrett's improvisation ability got Decorah the 1st down.
Yeah, I know we struggled with that a little bit last week against Waverly Shellrock. They had some pretty good speed in their secondary on defense, and Garrett kind of got stuffed bouncing into the outside, but did a good job here.
1st and 10, 38-yard line, left near side hash mark. I formation, wing right is Johnson, split right is Dawson Meyer, tight end left Colin Tweeten. The give is to Zach Lee. He runs into a brick wall off the right side and gets knocked back from the line of scrimmage. Said brick wall was Drew Wiley, 6'3", 280, as you talked about the big guys up front. 2nd and 10 upcoming for Decorah.
I think it almost looked like Ben Duggar slipped on when he snapped the ball there. I don't know if he almost looked like he got a hand in the face almost and got shoved to the ground, and then they had a couple guys just slip right through there and we're in the backfield before we knew it.
And then Duggar has some blood, so he has to come out of the lineup. So Cyric Nelson is in on the center position right now. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Football towards the left hash. Receivers left and right. Split backs in the backfield. Steffen takes the snap, short drop, throws the left side, catch made by Dawson Meyer at the 30, wrestled to the sideline by Nick Highland. They'll mark him at the 28. It's a gain of nearly 10 yards. Pretty good pitch and catch.
Yeah, it's nice to see that we're starting off the game with some passing plays and getting Cole comfortable back there in the pocket, and hopefully we can keep him comfortable all night long.
And I believe it will be a 1st down. It will be, as Decorah will have it 1st and 10 at the Vinton-Shellsburg 28-yard line. No score. .806 to play 1st quarter. Dawson Meyer split to the right, far wide side. Wing back right is Marshall Johnson. Tight end left, Colin Tweeten. Wise and Lee in a straight I formation behind Steffen, who takes the snap. Counter play to Wise, right side. A block from Littlefield. He breaks a tackle at the 25 and gets inside the 20, brought down in the vicinity of the 19-yard line. Jordan Womasil at the bottom of the pile for Vinton-Shellsburg. A gain of 9 for Garrett Wise.
All good blocks up there up front by the offensive lineman, and a good lead block there by I think it was Lee that came through the hole and made a nice block and really opened up the seam there for Garrett to get a good 9-yard gain.
Pekanowski and Hovden on the quick side. It is Winter and Pekanowski on the power side, or Lillefeld on the power side, I should say. 2nd and 1 from the 19. Give to Zach Lee. Straight ahead move off right tackle. He gets to the 15-yard line and gets tackled there, but it's a gain of 4 and a 1st down. The tackle credit will go to Sean Noller. 1st and 10 from the Vinton-Shellsburg 15-yard line. Nice drive here for Decorah on the initial drive of the game. No score. 7:25 to play 1st quarter. It's Decorah's initial drive after Decorah's defense got a 3-and-out to start the ball game.
It'd be nice to see a nice little pass play for a touchdown right here, Darren.
Steffen with only 1 touchdown on the season. 2 receivers to the left, split backs in the backfield. Tight end right is Tweeten. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Lee off the left side, gets knocked back from the 15-yard line. Running into him was Blake Patterson, a 250-pound defensive tackle. It's a gain of 0, 2nd down.
Yeah, those boys from Vinton are going to give us fits up front all night. I think it's just a matter of staying with them and pounding on them all night and wearing them out.
Football towards the right or far side hash mark. 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Dawson Meyer split to the right. Wing back right, Drake Bauer. Tight end left is Tweeten. I with Wise and with Lee. Stepping under his center, Cyrus Nelson takes the snap off play action, rolling to his right side. Dump right, going for Bauer, incomplete. Covered by Noller in the right flat near the 9. It's 3rd down and 10 upcoming. No score. Decorah started this drive from their own 48-yard line, and this will be play number 10 with 6:26 to play quarter number 1. Independence has taken an early 8-0 lead on Crestwood. That's the next week opponent for Decorah. Football on the right or far side, hash mark, 3rd down 10 from the 15. Marshall Johnson to the left, to the right, Dawson Meyer. Split backs Lee and Wise. Tight end left is Tweeten. The pitch goes to Wise, left side, looking to turn upfield. Gets the corner turned at the 10, but a nice open field submarine tackle by Womasil brings him down outside the numbers at the 9. It's a gain of 6. It's 4th down upcoming for Decorah. So interesting decision here for Coach Post, and he's going to keep the offense on the field.
I think he, with the heart and determination that maybe that we showed last week at the end of the game, and coming right down to it here in the first quarter, and maybe he just wants to see what this team's made of.
4th and 4 from the 9-yard line. Meyer right. To the left side is Bauer. Split backs Wise and Lee. Tight end left is Tweeten. Steffen takes, gives to Lee. Left side finds a gap down inside the 5. Brought down on the left near hash mark by Noller. At the 2-yard line, a gain of 7, a 1st and goal upcoming for Decorah.
Right there is where you just line up across from somebody, and you have the mindset: am I going to go out and beat that person, or am I going to let him, beat me? And in that case, Decorah won that battle, and that's nice to see.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line, left near side hash mark. To the right side, Dawson Meyer and Marshall Johnson. Split backs with Wise and Lee. Tight end left side is Colin Tweeten. 5-man front for Vinton-Shellsburg. Here is Steffen taking, giving to Wise, right side. He's in. Touchdown. Garrett Wise with touchdown run number 5 of the season. Decorah up 6-0 with 5:13 to play quarter number 1.
Good effort there by Garrett Wise. Blocking up front was pretty good, and had a couple looked like a safety and maybe a linebacker in there to hit him at the goal line, and he got in there and lunged in and got the touchdown.
Adam Hubden will snap. Paul Strand will hold for Parker Lane's PAT. Parker, the hero last week, is 10 of 12 on extra points this season. Swinging gate from the left hash mark to the center of the field. The snap is money. Strand's hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. And it is 7-0 Decorah with 5:13 to play quarter number 1. We'll take a timeout for Ladybug Landscapes. 4:47 off the clock, 52 yards, 12 plays. A pretty good opening drive for Decorah, getting 6 points on the board. That was the 11th trip this season in the red zone for Decorah. They've scored every time, 9 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Yeah, I said that in our broadcast earlier. We've been pretty good in the red zone. When we get there, we're getting points, whether the 2 field goals or the 9 touchdowns that we've had, and it's just a matter of when we say it's a kickoff to start the game or after the opponent scores, that's when we need to really come together as a team and put a good drive together and take some time off the clock and put 6 points on the board. And that's something that this team's going to have to work on, and it's going to take that to win big ball games down the road. Zach
Lee is averaging 50.3 a kickoff, and he has 1 touchback. Highland and Davis back deep for Vinton-Shellsburg. Lane kicked off first. Lee getting a chance right here. Lee's kick bounces near the 10, taken by Highland. Outside the numbers, near side at the 5, running to his left to the 10. He's up to the hash mark at the 17, runs into Adam Hubden, finished off by Sean Schindler at the 18-yard line. So 1st down and 10 at the 18. So the kick coverage, at least the first 2 opportunities, better than we saw last week, as Coach Post alluded to.
Yeah, I know I'm saying our coaching staff a lot, but man, these guys put in tons of time on special teams, and I know I say special teams a lot too, but they really do take that stuff to heart.
1st and 10, 18-yard line. To the left side, Austin Bonsack and Nick Highland. Single receiver right, Tyler Bartz. Offset pistol in the backfield as Womasil throws the left side too tall for his intended target. Wes Edwards incomplete, covered in the Decorah zone by Garrett Wise. Second down, just a poorly thrown ball.
Yeah, it was way overthrown ball, I would say, by the quarterback, and it was fairly good. I mean, we were right there. If it was a good pass, and Garrett was in the vicinity there, and it was really good coverage by our secondary corners and safeties with all the other receivers.
Second and 10 from the 18-yard line. Left to right goes Vinton-Shellsburg. Full house backfield. Give to Barnes. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. Tries the right side. Gets covered up at the 20 by Sean Schindler. A gain of 2. 3rd and 8 upcoming. 4:53 to play first quarter. 7-0 Decorah.
This is the type of defense that you're used to seeing out of a Decorah team. That they're being really physical up front, and they're gang tackling, and limiting teams to to only 2 or 3 yards a touch.
3rd and 8 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers left, single receiver right, football on the right hash. Offset backfield to the left, Womasil out of the shotgun. Hit as he throws the left side, going for his man. The catch is made by Bonsack at the 35-yard line on the Vinton-Shellsburg sideline and gets thrown out of bounds by Marshall Johnson at the 35. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Womasil to Bonsack was the one completion they had last year against Decorah. It's their first completion tonight.
Yeah, we had some pretty good pressure up front by Sean Schindler, and our coverage wasn't terrible, but the receiver sat down a little window there, and the quarterback found him, and that's going to happen.
First and 10, 35-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 right, 1 left. Womasil in the gun with an offset backfield. Give to Barnes. He runs into big Cole Headington and gets thrown down right there. Cole Headington, the solo stop back at the 35, a loss of a little, second and a little more than 10.
Yeah, Cole did a good job of getting his hands on that offensive lineman and kind of shucking him to the side and getting himself free and found the running back in the backfield.
Second and 10 from the 35, left hash. 3:54 to play first quarter, 7-0 Decorah. Tyler Bartz to the right side. Nick Highland slot right. Single receiver left is Austin Bonsack. Womasil takes the snap on a student body right. He keeps it looking to angle upfield. He turns upfield across the 35 and escapes out of bounds in the vicinity of the 37-yard line. Garrett Wise escorted him to the near boundary. It's a gain of 2 yards, but he ran a lot to get a little. 3rd and 8 once again.
I saw a couple other Decorah defenders, and I see them running. They're not taking their proper angles, and I'll give credit. One was Marshall Johnson, but obviously he hasn't been in all the games this year. But that's not an excuse, because you work on it every day in practice. So we got to take better angles, when we're going to the sideline on like that.
3rd and 8 from the 37, offset backfield and a shotgun and a 3-receiver set. Womasil throws the left side, incomplete, and the ball actually hit Marshall Johnson in the helmet. He was playing the receiver, Highland, in the left flat on the numbers at the 35. If Marshall looked up a second earlier, it's 13-0.
Yeah, if Marshall, picks his head up just a little bit, he's probably got a pick 6 there. But
technique-wise, he was doing the right thing.
No, definitely, yeah, no, he definitely technique-wise, as far as he was going to the receiver, he was gonna hit that receiver, but if I've had that happen too. The ball hits me in the helmet, I had a pick 6.
Snap back in good shape, moving forward and getting the kick away is the punter Bartz. And John Will Jenkins bobbles the ball at the 33-yard line, and Vinton-Shellsburg recovers at that time. It was an ugly kick, and John Will tried to field the knuckleball. Not the easiest task, and David Bray got the fumble recovery. 1st and 10, Vinton-Shellsburg from the Decorah 32-yard line.
I think Coach Rollinger's, gonna, just tell him, just fall on the ball next time. He's done an awesome job this year thus far.
Yep.
I mean, as far as being not thrown in there, but stepping up and really honing the task of being a return specialist. 1st
and 10, 32-yard line. Womasil takes the snap, has time, throws down the middle of the field, going for Highland. He makes the catch, touchdown. Womasil to Highland, and with 3:18 to play first quarter, Vinton-Shellsburg within an extra point of tying it up. A mistake, and it comes back to haunt the Vikings.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Darren. We're going to have to limit our mistakes to win ball games, and obviously that proved itself right there.
To attempt the PAT is Austin Bonsack. He is 6 for 7 on the season. The holder will be the quarterback, Jordan Wamasil. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it flutters. No good. He missed it to the right or near side. 3:18 to play, quarter number 1. It is a lead of 7-6 for Decorah. And let's take a timeout for Wellington, please. 7-6 ball game for the first time since the Independence game. Decorah gives up a point off of a turnover, a fumble on a punt return. Short field for Vinton-Shellsburg, and Wamasil to Highland for the score for Wamasil. That's touchdown pass number 3 on the season. And for Highland, that's touchdown catch number 3 on the season. So, kicking off from left to right will be Cole Garwood. He's only averaging 36.3 a return. John Will Jenkins and Marshall Johnson back deep for Decorah. Garwood on the approach and the kick. Short kick coming up on it as Marshall Johnson makes the catch center of the field at the 22, runs to his right to the 30, gets to the numbers and gets bent back from the 33-yard line. So first down and 10 from that point. Decorah will start right to left, leading 7-6. Missed extra point by Vinton-Shellsburg, the difference in this one in the early goings. Football will be on the right or far side hash mark as the Vikes will move right to left here in quarter number 1. Ben Duggar is back at the center position with Winter and Lillefeld on the power side, Pekanowski and Corrigan on the quick side. First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Here's the give to Zach Lee. Looks for an opening, finds one off the right side, powers up the numbers, and he'll get as far as the 40-yard line. A gain of 8 yards on a nice patient run by Zach Lee. A Vinton-Shellsburg player a little slow in getting up. Sean Noller was the tackler.
It looked like Zach had a couple Vinton guys right at the line of scrimmage that he was dragging for about 6 or 7 yards there. Right? Good run by Zach there. Good hard run.
2nd and 3 it'll be from the Decorah 40-yard line. Football on the right or far side hash mark. Vinton-Shellsburg with a 4-man front. Dawson Meyer will be split to the right far side. Colin Tweeten tight end left. Wing back right is Marshall Johnson. Split backs with Zach Lee and Garrett Wise. Stepping under his center, Ben Duggar takes the snap. Gives on a wing back sweep to Marshall Johnson, looking to turn upfield. Does so to the 40. He's to the 50, near sideline, to the 45, to the 40, and thrown out of bounds. Wamasil throws him out at the 35-yard line. A 25-yard gain for Marshall Johnson, and a first down inside Vinton-Shellsburg territory for Decorah.
Plays like that are where Marshall Johnson really help you out. He's got the speed to break one, free to get a 25-yard gain like that.
First and 10, 35-yard line, football on the left hash. Dawson Meyer to the right side, wing back right is Power, split backs with Wise and Lee. Here's the give to Wise, running the right side, looking for a block. He lost his footing and down he went at the 38-yard line. He was looking for the cutback lane, it never developed. It's a loss of 3, 2nd and 13 for Decorah.
Tim Winter got tripped up there a little bit as a I don't if it was a pulling guard or pulling tackle, but he got tripped up there a little bit, and I think that's kind of what, limited Garrett from cutting back upfield. Tim was a little bit behind him and never really got the full effect of the play.
7-6 Decorah, minute 50 to play first quarter. 2nd and 13 from the 43. I formation in the backfield. Steffen keeps it on the belly left side. He gets to the 40-yard line, carries tacklers to the 38. Bent back from there. He is able to get 5 to the 33, I should say. First contact came from Grant Norrin. It's a 3rd and 8 upcoming for Decorah.
Coles, he's not afraid to turn upfield and hit somebody. He's pretty aggressive in that fact, and that's kind of nice to see out of a quarterback that he's not afraid to throw his body out there and hit someone.
So 3rd and 8 from the 33-yard line. Split backs with Wise and with Lee. Wing left is Bauer. Split to the left side is Meyer. Tight end right is Tweeten. Steffen takes the snap. Counter coming to Bauer. Right side gets a block from Steffen. 30, 25, 20, far sideline. And he is knocked out of bounds. He was knocked out by the combination of Jordan Womasil and Nick Highland at the 10-yard line. 23 to the good. First down to Decorah. 2 wingback runs for 48 yards on this drive.
Yeah, these wingbacks that we have, and Drake Bauer wasn't even a guy that was really in the starting lineup until we had a couple injuries here and there, and he's really stepped up big, and I give that guy big compliments on really filling his role well.
Inside of a minute to play, first quarter, 7-6 Decorah. First and goal just inside the 10. I formation, receivers left and right from the right hash. Steffen keeps it, belly left side, runs to the 5. He's to the end zone. Touchdown! Cole Steffen with touchdown run number 6 on the season. 13-6 Decorah. 48.5 to play, quarter number 1. 67-yard, 6-play drive that took 2 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. Adam Hovden for the snap. Cole Steffen for the hold, and Parker Lane will try to make his 12th extra point of the season. Snap, spot, kick, up, and good. 14-6 Decorah. 48 seconds to play, quarter number 1. Let's take a break for Decorah physical therapy and rehab. 14-6 Decorah. Vikings have had 2 offensive possessions in which they've actually had a play. They've scored on both. Their 1 turnover led to the 6 points for Vinton-Shellsburg. As Zach Lee will kick off from left to right to restart the ball game. Lee will tee up his football at the 40-yard line on the left hash mark. So a pretty good response to a little bit of adversity for Decorah, giving up the points off the touchdown.
It's nice to see that that our guys really took it to heart that giving up on a turnover like that and getting scored on right away, that's not something that you want to have happen. And it's nice to see that our guys put a really nice drive together and went the whole base quite a ways length of the field and got a touchdown, and those are the types of drives that you're going to need to win big ball games.
Decorah is now 12 for 12 in the red zone this year. Lee has the football teed up. It's a kick that's on the ground, taken by one of the upbacks on the numbers at the 27 on the near side. He is wrestled down by Cyric Nelson and by Robert Smedzrud, one of the co-captains tonight, at the 34-yard line. The return man was Dylan Wagner. So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. This will be the second best field position for Vinton-Shellsburg. There's 42.7 to play, quarter number 1. Vinton-Shellsburg trails it by a 14-6 margin. They'll move left to right. 1st and 10 from their own 34, football on the right hash. Austin Bonsack to the left side, slot left Nick Highland. To the right side, Tyler Barch. Shotgun for Womasil, backs on either side of his hip. Give is to West Edwards on a trap to the left side. He'll get as far as the 40-yard line before he was finished off by Garrett Wise. It's a gain of 6 yards.
Our linebackers are going to have to do a really good job of staying home and staying, reading your keys and really making sure that the guy that you're going after has the ball, because it looks like they're going to run a lot of read option, misdirection, kind of this type of stuff when I was in high school that O-line liked to run. 2nd and 4 from the 40. 3 receivers set, shotgun. Here's the give to Barnes. Hesitation, move off right guard. He'll get as far as the 45-yard line, brought down on the right near side hash mark by Adam Hovden, and it'll be a first down for Vinton-Shellsburg. 14-6, Decorah leads it here after quarter number 1. Let's take a break for Decorah Mobile Glass and for Winnesheek Mutual Insurance. 1 quarter done, 14-6 Decorah. Decorah 119 yards of total offense. Vinton-Shellsburg was 65. Decorah 106 on the ground, 13 through the air. Vinton-Shellsburg 18 on the ground and 47 through the air. Marshall Johnson 25 yards. Garrett Wise 25 yards. Drake Bauer with 23 yards. And Zach Lee with 18 yards for Decorah. Steffen 2 of 3 passing for 13 yards. Womasil 2 of 4 passing, 47 yards, 1 touchdown.
on the day, and that went to Nicholas Highland. Moving from right to left will be Vinton-Shellsburg here in the second quarter of play. They trail it by a 14-6 margin. Touchdowns from Wise and Steffen on the ground for Decorah. And it was a Womasil to Highland 32 yards connection after a fumbled punt. A little bit of confusion on the chain crew over there. The chain should be, the first down marker should be at the Vinton-Shellsburg 45. It was actually at the 35-yard line. The head linesman put the clip in the wrong spot over there. So there was a bit of confusion, but now
I'm going to have to give Dave Lumen some, give him a hard time there.
Grief.
Yeah, there we go.
First and 10, 45-yard line. Womasil takes the snap, gives to Barnes left side. Got by the tackle attempt of Adam Hovden, runs to his left. He gets as far as the 50-yard line before Wise finishes him off with help from Zach Lee. Barnes broke one tackle and ended up getting 5 to the good for Vinton-Shellsburg. Second and 5 upcoming as Vinton-Shellsburg knocking on the Decorah Viking territorial door. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDC Decorah and KDCRadio.com. Darren Swenson, Zach Current, homecoming 2015. Decorah leading 14-6 here early second quarter. Two receivers right side. Flag flies from the line judge on the near side. The officiating crew led by Steve Schaub of Cedar Rapids will say it is a Vinton-Shellsburg penalty. Legal procedure on Vinton-Shellsburg. That is the first flag in tonight's ballgame.
This is, when you're on defense, you really got to take control of the drive here. When you got them in second and long, really, punish them and put them in a third and long situation and really help yourself out.
Womasil in the shotgun offset backfield. Three receivers set, two right, one left. Womasil takes the snap, has time, airs it out right side, nowhere close to his intended target, Nick Highland. In fact, the man that had the best chance of catching the football on the far side at the 30-yard line in front of the Vinton-Shellsburg bench was Lane Ralph. It is third down upcoming, 3rd and 10 from the Vinton-Shellsburg 45-yard line.
Pretty good coverage there by Lane Ralph, and he saw the ball and kind of turned his head and started running like he was supposed to, and just didn't get his head back turned around. I think he could have had an opportunity to possibly sell out and see if the chance of intercepting it, but all in all, it was good coverage.
Left hash mark, 3rd and 10 from the 45. Three receivers set, two right, one left. Womasil takes the snap. Screen pass right side. Catch made by Barnes. Escapes the tackle of Lillefeld on the right numbers. Escapes another defender. Runs to the 50 and gets knocked out of bounds in Decorah territory at the 44-yard line. Schindler finally got him out. A gain of 11 for a first down. Give Barnes credit for breaking the tackles, but Vikes got to break down better than that, Zach.
Yeah, Keegan read the play perfect. His little screen. He felt the offensive lineman sliding away from him, got upfield and found the running back, got over to him, got his hands on him, missed the tackle, but then give credit to Sean Schindler playing on the total opposite end of the defensive line and runs all the way across the field, makes the tackle. So good hustle play, but still we got to make tackles in the backfield.
10:53 to play second quarter. 1st and 10, 44-yard line. Decorah territory up. Vikings up 14-6 on the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings as Barn got the handoff of a zone read look right side. Dominic Mueller bent him back with help from Marshall Johnson. It is a gain of 2 yards for Barnes that time, or correction, that was actually Wes Edwards. 2nd and 7, call it, from the 42.
That's a thing where, take some leadership by whoever it is on the defense on the going back to a couple plays ago where they ran that screenplay on first down, that second and long I should say, and that's the type of play that they're going to run.
2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Womasil takes the snap, quick toss right side, deflected ball caught by Edwards outside the numbers, and he is wrestled down by Brendan Numedal at the 35-yard line. Gain of nearly 7, just going to be shy of a first down. So Vinton-Shellsburg doing a nice job moving the football on this drive, Zach.
Yeah, our defense has got to get down, get ready, and come off the ball, just a little bit faster, stay low, and get in there and make some havoc.
Third down upcoming. Vinton-Shellsburg 1 of 3 on third downs, 3rd and inches from the 35-yard line. Football on the right hash. 2 receivers right, single receiver off to the left. That is Sean Noller. Offset backfield and a shotgun. Give to Barnes, right side, plowing forward off the right side. Got bent back. Dominic Mueller was in there. Brendan Newmanall, Adam Hovden, and Sean Schindler all brought down Barnes, and it's going to be a 4th down. Pretty good response by the left side of the defense as well as the linebacking core.
Yeah, definitely. We got him held up there, and Dominic Mueller came up and stood him up, and they had another 3 or 4 other guys in there, and got a good stop there on 3rd down.
9 minutes to play, second quarter, 14-6. Decorah, 4th and inches from the 35. 2 receivers right, single receiver left, offset backfield and a shotgun. Womasil with a long count at the line. Now he's going to go under center, and Decorah jumps into the neutral zone. As they went in under center, Cole Headington jumps over the football and is slapping his helmet as he did.
Those are the type of mistakes that you can't have. A 4th down situation, that turns into a 1st down for them, and they didn't even have to run a play.
Encroachment against Decorah. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. That's the Vikings' first penalty of the night, albeit a costly one. 8:50 to play, second quarter, 14-6. Decorah on top. Vinton-Shellsburg will have play number 9 of the drive, which started at their own 34-yard line. Wise and Steffen rushing touchdowns for Decorah, a Womasil to Highland passing touchdown, and a missed extra point for Vinton-Shellsburg. Football on the right far hash. Womasil takes the snap, keeps it on the belly option right side, and he gets knocked back right from the line of scrimmage. Adam Hovden, who's starting to see a bit more time at linebacker, brings down Womasil after reading the play well. There's a kid who played pretty well on special teams and earned some more time.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that this coaching staff will see hard work, and he hustled and made a lot of plays on special teams, kickoffs, and punt coverages, and that's the type of play that leads into he's basically in a starting role now at linebacker and giving other opportunity to someone else on the offensive side.
Second and 10 from the 30-yard line. Give is to Barnes out of the shotgun. He runs up the right hash mark as he ran behind his left guard. He got to the 26-yard line. Dominic Mueller the stop. 3rd and 6 upcoming for Vinton-Shellsburg.
Back to what I was talking about there, he wasn't a starter on defense, and now he is, but now we give an opportunity to someone who is starting both ways to only start one way and kind of help the whole team out. That's what I was getting to, Darren.
Yep. 3rd down and 6 from the 26-yard line. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Football on the right far side hash mark. Womasil in the shotgun. Barnes to his right. Womasil throws the right side, and the catch is made outside the numbers at the 18-yard line. Brendan Newmanall had the coverage on Wes Edwards. Simple pattern, simple result, and the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings able to move the sticks. 7:19 to play second quarter, 14-6 Decorah.
Really a nice catch there by the Vinton-Shellsburg receiver. It was simple, but yet he kind of had to make a little dive there and looked it in and brought it in and completed the pass. 1st
and 10, 18-yard line. Football on the right far side hash mark. 3 backs in the backfield and Womasil in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, or set out. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Give off the left side is to Edwards, and he is bent back from the 16-yard line. Garrett Wise said no further there. It is a gain of 2 yards. Correction, that was Highland getting his first carry on the night. Highland, the leading rusher, coming in with 258 yards. He had 100 yards against Decorah a year ago. So Vinton-Shellsburg taking a lot of time off the clock. But last week, the Decorah defense was very good in the red zone as Waverly Shellrock scored only 1 of 3 times. 2nd and 7 from the 15. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Taking the snap is a new quarterback, Nathan Struve. He just runs up the right numbers. He's inside the 5 and gets brought down by Adam Hovden at the 3. Different look offensively for Vinton-Shellsburg, and it worked. Struve gets a 1st down after a gain of 14.
Yeah, a little different look there and caught the Vikings off guard, and they picked up some pretty good yardage there. And got to be heads up when you're in there and see the new quarterback in there, and you got to be ready for that kind of stuff.
Football in the center of the field, first and goal at the 3 for Vinton-Shellsburg. Halfway point, second quarter, 14-6 Decorah. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Womasil in the gun, backs on either side of his hip. Womasil gives to Barnes. He runs into a defender right at the line of scrimmage and gets dumped right there. He tried the right side, and Sean Schindler was the first man responding. Gain of 0, second and goal.
Good push up front there by the defensive line, and got the stop in the backfield there, and good play there by the defense.
Vinton-Shellsburg has not attempted a field goal all season, in case you have that in mind. 14-6 Decorah, 5:30 to play till halftime. Second and goal at the 3. Receivers left and right. Full house backfield with 2 backs to the right of Womasil and Highland behind him. Womasil pitch goes to Highland right side, running the right side, and he gets thrown down. They tried to sweep it right, and Marshall Johnson out of nowhere brings him down for the TFL, a loss of 2, back to the 5.
Just good reaction there by Marshall. That was, nothing that was called. It was just pure reaction by Marshall, and it was an awesome tackle for loss. Good play by Marshall.
And it looks like Vinton-Shellsburg might be calling a timeout. And now they reset the clock. No timeout asked for by Vinton-Shellsburg. Third down and goal at the 3-yard line. 4:58 to play till halftime. 14-6 Decorah. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Football on the right far side hash mark. Womasil in the gun, takes the snap. Has time, throws the left side, catch made by Highland, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Highland had the ball knocked away. I believe it was Andy Lilligraven or Zach Lee that knocked it away at the goal line. It's 4th down.
I don't know whose hand it was. I couldn't tell there. There's a couple players around there, but good anticipation of the pass being thrown your way and getting a hand in there and breaking it up.
4th and goal at the 5. Football on the right or far side hash mark. 14-6. Decorah on top. 4:53 to play second quarter. And now Vinton-Shellsburg will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:53 to play till halftime. It is 14-6 Decorah. This for the chiropractic offices of Dr. Kelly Reagan. Vinton-Shellsburg has had the football the entire second quarter. They have driven it from their own 34 to the Decorah 5. It is 4th and goal at the Decorah 5-yard line. The Viking defense allowed only 1 score in 3 trips last week in the red zone. Can that continue right here, Big Z?
I think they got a pretty good chance. They've they've done well here, in the previous games, and that looks like they're doing a good job tonight, and I really think that they can do it.
Pat Truan hustling to the near sideline. It is a 4th down upcoming. 4th and goal at the 5-yard line. To the right side, Bonsack. 3 receivers to the wide left and near side. Womasil in the shotgun, Barnes to his left. Womasil takes the snap. He has time. Now he scrambles to his right. He's hit and brought down by Garrett Wise at the 11-yard line. The red zone has been a stop sign for the Decorah opponents over the last couple of weeks. Garrett Wise with the sack of Womasil.
Garrett Wise, that was just pure determination. He had a back holding onto his jersey and still fought him off and got the sack. That good effort there by Garrett Wise.
Decorah will have its first play of quarter number 2. A 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. They move left to right. They have it on the left hash. Dawson Meyer to the left side. Wingback left is Drake Bauer. Tight end right is Tweeten. I formation with Wise and Lee. 5-man front for Vinton-Shellsburg. Give to Garrett Wise. Left side. Looks to escape a hole. Gets as far as the 17-yard line. Knocked back from there on the numbers. Plethora of Vinton-Shellsburg defenders in there, but Garrett with a tough run of 5 yards. Decorah does have all 3 timeouts remaining and 4.5 minutes to work with here in the first half. To the right side, Meyer and Johnson. I formation with Wise and Lee. Tight end left is Tweeten. Football on the left hash. Give is to Lee. He'll run up the left numbers across the 25 and brought down at the 26-yard line. Brought down on the play by Drew Wiley, but Lee able to get 9 yards and a first down.
Adam Hubden in there at the quick guard that time and had a really nice block there to open that hole up for Lee, and just a good hard run there by Lee to finish that off.
They'll mark him at the 25, so first down and 10 from that point from the left far side hash mark. Bauer and Meyer to the right side, tight end left, Tweeten, I formation with Wise and Lee. Under center is Steffen, facing a four-man front. He'll keep it on the belly right side, looking to turn upfield and got wrestled down by Wes Edwards at the 29. Cole got 4, second down upcoming. Decorah has 3:35 to play with here in the first half, and the Vikings get the football to start the second half as well. To the right side, Dawson Meyer. Slot right, Marshall Johnson. I formation with Lee and Wise. Tight end left is Colin Tweeten. Four-man front for Vinton-Shellsburg. Here's the give to Lee. Tried the right side, got thrown back by Drew Wiley from the 30-yard line with 3 minutes to play till halftime. It'll be a 3rd and 5 coming up here for Decorah. Homecoming here at 2015. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a conversation with Decorah girls co-head swimming coach Molly Hocklesvik. Get an update on them and have a Viking sports report as well. 3rd and 5 from the 30. I formation. Twin receivers to the left far side. Tight end right is Tweeten. Steffen takes the snap off. Play action. Rolls left. Throws deep down the left side. Going for Dawson Meyer, who makes the catch. Far side numbers at the 43. And got wrestled down on the far side numbers in Vinton-Shellsburg territory at the 40. A gain of 30. That ball just hung up there. Dawson made a play. Sean Noller, the Vinton-Shellsburg defender, did not.
Yeah, Dawson got his head turned around just in time to recognize that the ball was just a bit underthrown and got back to the ball before the Vinton-Shellsburg defensive back could, and really made a nice play on the ball. Gave ourselves a good field position here.
2:25 to play till halftime. 14-6 Decorah. 1st and 10 in Vinton-Shellsburg territory at the 40-yard line. Dawson Meyer left side, wing left is Marshall Johnson. Tight end right is Tweeten. Split backs. Here is Steffen off play action, throws deep down the right side, going for Wise, makes the catch inside the 10, wrestled down at the 2. Garrett Wise wheeling out of the backfield. Jordan Womasil with a touchdown saving tackle on a gain of 38 yards and a very well thrown football by Cole Steffen.
That's the best thrown ball I've seen by a Decorah quarterback in a long time, and that was just perfect placement by Cole. Awesome throw.
1st and goal at the 2. 2 minutes to play till halftime. 14-6. Decorah on top. Meyer and Bauer to the left side. Tight end right is Tweeten. Split backs with Lee and Wise. Steffen under his center. Ben Duggar. He'll take the snap. He'll give to Wise. Left side. Stood up in the backfield and knocked back. From the 3, good pursuit up front. It was one of those big defensive tackles, Grant Noren, a 300-pounder, who brought down Wise for no gain.
Big Sherman coming in the game here, give us some extra push up front there, and hopefully punch one in the end zone here.
Probably one of the first plays Christopher Sherman has played on offense this year. He will be a wingback on the left side with Lee and Wise in the backfield. There'll be 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Give is to Lee, left side. He walks in, touchdown. Behind the big truck on the left side of the line, Zach Lee with his 2nd score of the season. It's 20-6 Decorah with 1:10 to play first half.
I've watched Decorah football, I've played Decorah football, and I don't know if I've ever seen that formation before. Have you, Darren?
I don't know. I know Coach Owen, Zach, and Coach Weiss are here tonight, and they're probably scratching their heads, but boy, Adam Riley and Mike Tungan up here smiling ear to ear. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it is good. Parker Lane for the PAT. 21-6 Decorah, 1:10 to play second quarter. Let's take a break for those awesome folks at Decorah Tire Service. 21-6 here at the halftime break. That last set was a double tight end set. The tight end was flanked outside of the wingback, who was Chris Sherman. And if you don't know Chris Sherman, he's played very well at defensive tackle this year. Chris is 344 pounds. And Coach Adam Riley just said that was called their left hamburger formation. And you know what? He gave a kid an opportunity, and he got the job done. That's the biggest part there, Zach.
Yeah, that's something that he'll never forget.
You bet. And Zach Lee with his second touchdown. We might as well say it's his second career touchdown. He had a heck of a time for his first career touchdown down in Waverly last week. And the aforementioned Zach Lee will kick it off. It bounces at the 12. It's taken on the far side. Numbers by Tanner Davis at the 10 and moving up to the 25 and getting knocked down right there was Davis. And Sean Schindler says no further. Bringing a smile to the face of his sister out in Arizona. I'm sure is listening tonight. First down and 10 for Vinton-Shellsburg from that point. Minute 5 to play till halftime. And the black and gold Vikings trail the red and blue Vikings by a 21-6 margin.
Hopefully we can keep all of our listeners straight what Vikings we're talking about tonight.
Well, needless to say, I think the Vikings are going to win tonight. And Womasil takes the snap, rushes on, he lost control of the ball. It's being fought for inside the 15, and Vinton-Shellsburg got back on top of it with a flag down at the 15-yard line. Womasil was rolling out. He dropped the ball. The umpire threw a flag at the 18-yard line, and I believe it's going to be a hold on Vinton-Shellsburg. It's going to be a loss on the play of at least 14 yards if the penalty stands.
Good pressure up front by our defensive line, though.
And that's Cyrus Nelson, a new kid in the game, fresh legs.
Yeah, and I think that's really what helps our defense out is we're always putting in fresh guys, whether they sat out a series or a couple series or they're out last time on offense and we're in the previous time on defense, but we're always trying to get new guys in there, fresh guys in there, and the coaches have really sat down and looked at how they can get different guys in the game or how they can get rest guys on offense or defense, and they've really done a good job of that since about Josie Jewell's senior year when they were in that state championship run there.
And it's a hold on Vinton-Shellsburg. That'll be declined 2nd and 26 from the 12-yard line. Is that the ultimate frustration for a football team? You lose 14 yards on a play and somebody holds, so whoever it was holding sure as heck didn't do a good enough job of it. 2nd down and 23 from the 12-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 right, 1 left. Womasil in the shotgun and backs on either side of his hip. And Womasil's just being patient, letting the clock run down here.
I've seen their coach over there.
And Womasil drops the snap again. And he is going to be covered up inside the 5. And down he goes at the 4-yard line. And a timeout is going to be asked for by Decorah, with 28 seconds to play here in the first half. So I believe it was Cyrus Nelson that was in there right away, as well as Austin Keck. And it's going to be 3rd down and Decresco for Vinton-Shellsburg. We have 28 seconds to play.
That'd be walk-on.
They're going this way, though.
Okay, fair enough.
At least to Ridgeway, shall we say.
Okay.
Anyway, it's going to be 3rd down after a loss of 7 and 31 for Vinton-Shellsburg. And I know it's the cool thing, it's the in thing, it's the hip thing to go shotgun. But when you see the struggles that many high school kids have with not only snapping that ball as well as
catching the ball, I have no idea why so many teams are doing it just to quote-unquote be cool. Yeah, and the time that you need to put in to be highly successful at taking shotgun snaps is unbelievable.
And they do it every play, so I'm assuming they practice it every play, but at the same time, there's so many things that can go wrong before the quarterback can make a read or make a decision.
Right, but let alone the practice time that you get during the season, but you can't just come into preseason and expect that your your center to snap it to your quarterback at his hands every time. That's not going to happen. I mean, it takes more time in the off season than it does, snapping the ball from the underneath center.
3rd and 30 from the 6-yard line. 28 seconds to play till halftime. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Womasil takes the snap. He'll give to Barnes. He'll run up the middle across the 10 and get covered up near the 15-yard line. And Decorah will take a timeout with 20 seconds left here in the half. Something to keep in mind right here.
Free kick.
Explain that rule to the listeners. Folks saw Andrew Casper do it. I believe that was back in 2008, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And if the ball is punted and the ball is caught on a fair catch, a team has an option of taking a free kick in an attempt to score 3 points. That means they kick it from that position.
Where they caught the fair catch.
Correct. And the defense has to be 10 yards back, like on a kickoff. And you can put 3 points on the board in a pretty cheap and easy way that time. And I'd imagine that's what the Vikings are thinking right now. In fact, the coaching staff up here just gave us a little bit of a hint on that.
You know, it takes all sorts of thought to go into this. You know, do they have a good punter? Do they have a bad punter? You know, how far do they expect the kid to punt it? Are you in a 4th and long situation where you know the team's going to punt it? You know, it all got to work into it.
John Will Jenkins will stand at the 48-yard line. Zach Lee is going to stand in the vicinity of the 35-yard line. Snap back in good shape, moving forward and getting the kick away is the man, as John Will Jenkins going to let it bounce at the 50-yard line, and it'll be covered up at the 47-yard line. So since the ball was not caught, Decorah does not have that option. But 9.4 seconds remaining. And you know what? I can't blame John Will after dropping a punt earlier, maybe having a little bit of trepidation in that situation.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair thing to...
Definitely a fair statement, but it wasn't a bad situation to let the ball hit the ground there. You know, I don't know if he was, you know, in the correct position. He had to move quite a ways to get to that point where he could have caught the ball, and he let it hit the ground, and it wasn't the worst thing that happened.
Yes, but I'd imagine I know what Decorah was thinking in that situation. So 1st down and 10 from the 47-yard line, and Decorah is just going to go down to one knee right here, or so it appears. As Stephan takes a snap and goes down to his right knee. First half done. Pretty good one at that. We saw a turnover lead to 6 points for Vinton-Shellsburg, but we saw a hamburger left fullback 4 lead for Decorah. How fun was that? Touchdowns from Garrett Wise, Cole Stephan, and Zach Lee in the first half. All in all, the red and blue Vikings getting it done both ways here in this first half.
Yeah, I just like the fact that our offense had put together a really nice drive there for a touchdown, and you know, besides our mistake there on the one punt return, you know, as far as you know, even defensively, we've done things really well. We've, you know, had a big 4th down stop here in the red zone to limit them from scoring, and all in all, I think it's a great first half on these guys' homecoming.
And it's 21-6. Decorah leading here at the halftime break. We'll be back to talk to Molly Hocklesvik after we hear from Decorah Physical Therapy and Rehab, Wellington Place, Wicks Construction, and Greg and Marty Wise with Plan One Financial.
And that Josie Jewell interception for a touchdown.
Yeah,
I was pretty ecstatic.
I was down at the game sitting around with Jonathan and David Carlson and Dan Dykstra, and yeah, I think I might have scared a few people around me, but you know, when you see a hometown kid at the big level doing something like that, and Josie's just played solid football to this point. Parker Hesse doing good things for the Hawkeyes. You love the small-town Iowa kids just getting it done at the big-time level.
Yeah, and they've worked for their position. It wasn't like it wasn't given to them by any means. They've definitely put in the hard work to get to that point.
Cole Garwood kicking off from right to left. Marshall Johnson catches the ball at the 16, left hash, runs to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, 35, to the 40. Marshall Johnson brought down by Wes Edwards at the 44-yard line. 28-yard return for 44.
I think Marshall just gives the whole team atmosphere just a little extra spark. I mean, whenever he touches the ball, it seems like everybody on the sideline is, just jumping up and down, and they're waiting for him to break that big play to, really open things up.
He came back last week after having an appendectomy 2 days before the season. Decorah left to right here in the second half. Football towards the right or near side hash mark. Meyer and Bauer to the left side. Tight end right is Tweeten. I formation with Lee and Wise. Stepping under center, Ben Duggar gives off the left side. No, he keeps it. He runs to the 50. He's to the 40. 45. 35-yard line, I should say, and he brought it down by Womasil at that point. Steffen with a fine fake, a 23-yard gain and a first down for Cole Steffen.
I really like Cole's attitude. Gets a 23-yard gain, gets brought to the ground, hops right back up, back to the huddle, and ready to get the play. Just a guy who you want playing quarterback.
First and 10, 35-yard line, left far side hash mark. Johnson and Meyer to the right side. Split backs, Lee and Wise. Tight end left is Cole Tweeten. Here's the give up the middle to Zach Lee as he tried to slide it over a hole to the right and gets covered up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle to Drew Wiley. Gain of 0, second down upcoming. Thing of it is, people may ask, why are you going to that fullback when it hasn't worked with consistency? Well, the fact of the matter is that in the scheme of things makes everything else work.
That's exactly what I was just going to say, Darren.
Second and 10 from the 35-yard line. Twins right, split backs. Tight end left is Tweeten. Football in the center of the field. Give on the delay to Wise. Starts left, tries to cut it back, and gets covered up right near the 34-yard line. Blake Patterson brought him down, a gain of a yard. Third down and 9 upcoming, and you got to give this coaching staff credit. They probably are more patient with their play calls than a lot of coaching staffs out there, Zach.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to, it might not seem like, we're gaining a lot of yardage on certain plays or certain drives, but a lot of times we're running plays to set other plays up.
So third down and 9 from the 34, minute and a half into the second half, 21-6 Decorah. Receivers left and right, split backs. Toss to Wise, right side, a block from Littlefield. Actually, he didn't get that block. Wise tried to string it out to the sideline, gets dumped right near the 35-yard line. Gain of 0, fourth down upcoming. Jordan Womasil the stop. Good lateral pursuit by the Vinton-Shellsburg defense.
I think we're going to see the offense stay on the field here. It's kind of out of the field goal range, and we're inside punting, distance. Had good spot to go for it on fourth down.
9:47 to play, third quarter, 21-6 Decorah. Fourth and 9 from the 34. Meyer right, Bauer left. Tight end left is Tweeten. Football on the right hash with split backs and Lee and Wise. Dropping a throw is Cole Steffen. Steffen with time. Now scrambles up the middle. He's hit near the 35-yard line. Lunges ahead to the 32. Joel Barnes, the man that tripped him up there. They'll mark him at the 33. He got 2 on the scramble, and he needed 8. So Vinton-Shellsburg will get the football with 9:28 to play in the third. They trail Decorah by a 21-6 margin. Their only points have been off of a Decorah turnover in the first half, a Womasil to Highland connection. Decorah with touchdown runs from Garrett Wise, from Cole Steffen, and from Zach Lee. First and 10, 34-yard line. Bonsack to the left side, 2 receivers to the far side, right football on the left near side hash mark. Offset backfield to the right. Womasil gives to Barnes, runs off the left side, covered up. Right on the left side, near side hash mark, Tim Winter, Adam Hubden brought him down, a gain of only a yard.
Adam Hubden did a really nice job there fighting that guard out that came out to get him at the second level there, and did a good job of fighting him off and finding the running back in there and making a good solid tackle.
Second and 9, it'll be from the 35-yard line. Up front, it's Winter and Schindler at the ends, Littlefield and Headington at the tackles, Wise, Lilligrave and Hubden at the safeties, Mott and Ralph at the corners, and Johnson and Lee at the safeties. Dropping the throw is Womasil, and the roll to the right side hit by Littlefield as he throws throws the right side, and it's incomplete on a ball that should have been caught by Struve outside the numbers at the 45. He was open. Ball was right on his hands. He just didn't complete the process of the catch or the catch itself.
Yeah, it was a well-thrown ball there. Long throw way out to the sideline by the Vinton quarterback there, and it hit the wide receiver right in the hands and just didn't come up with the catch. He was wide open.
3rd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Football left or near side hash mark, 21-6 Decorah. We're in the early stages of the third quarter on homecoming night 2015. Austin Bonsock to the left side. Tyler Bartz off to the right. 2 more receivers now go out to the left in Highland and Edwards. Wamasil will be in the shotgun and Barnes to his left. Wamasil takes the snap, has time, throws down the middle of the field, going for Bartz. Bartz makes the catch at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Tyler Bartz beat the coverage of Lane Ralph, and it's 21-12 with 8:35 to play, quarter number 3.
And they talk about it at halftime.
Lane has had a little trouble with the deep ball. I think in about 3 or 4 of the games this season, and I'm not picking on him, but it's just the fact that you gotta stay on that guy's hip.
Austin Bonsack for the PAT, spotted, booted up, and no good. He missed his second PAT of the night. So it's 21-12. It's still a 2-score game with 8:35 to play here in the third quarter. And let's take a break for Rockweiler Appliance NTV. 21-12 Decorah. 2 missed extra points, keeping this thing a 2-score ball game right now, Zach.
That's the thing that I go back to. You probably have someone on the team that can kick. If you can have him kick, just take him, 10 minutes twice a week during practice and just have him kick. I understand maybe I think maybe it's a little, easier said than done, but those are the types of things that, make good teams lose ball games.
This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDC, Decorah and KDCRadio.com. Short kick down to Marshall Johnson at the 15. Runs to the left side hash mark at the 20-25. He's to the 30 and gets covered up at the 35-yard line. Nick Struve, the man that brought him down. First down and 10, 35-yard line. Vinton in Decorah territory. Left to right go the Vikings. They're leading by 9 with 8:30 left here in the third quarter. The 4th down stop on the first drive was the first defensive stop of the night for Vinton-Shellsburg. Not before the Vikings were able to get inside Decorah territory. Or the Vikings were able to get inside Vinton-Shellsburg territory. Vikings, sorry for the confusion. 1st and 10, 35-yard line, twin receivers, right eye formation. Tight end left is Tweeton. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Wise, into a crowd left side, cuts it back. 45, 50, breaks the tackle, up the left side, hash mark 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! 65 yards, Garrett Wise with his second score of the night. 27-12 Decorah, 8:19 to play.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due there, and all the credit there goes to Zach Lee. He had the best block of the night on a linebacker coming up and filling, and that was probably the hardest hit that I've seen all season, and it resulted in a good block and a touchdown for Garrett Wise. So a good opening block there by Zach Lee to give Garrett Wise a touchdown.
Garrett Wise, second score of the night. His 6th score of the season. Nick Highland was an injured player on the play, and he is off to the far sideline. Zach Current just giving Zach Lee the credit. Mike Tungen up here just calling it a sweet block, and boy, oh boy, it was.
It was just an old-fashioned, who's going to win stalemate at the line of scrimmage, and Zach Lee won the battle there, and that's part of Decorah football. That's been a tradition for a long time, and that's what we pride ourselves on right there. And you could tell Zach was happy walking off the field that he knew that he probably sprung that play to break it free for Garrett there. And God, it really is just fun to watch
High snap, glove by Strand. The kick is up, and it is good. Continue your point there.
It's just good to watch good, hard-hitting football. Nothing beats it.
28-12, Decorah, 8:19 to play in the third. Let's take a break for Bruning Rock Products. 65 yards, one play, 16 seconds off the clock.
Nice to see Thor back out here on the track tonight. We haven't seen him in a while.
Thor made an appearance in the homecoming parade today and also visited the kids over at John Klein this morning.
Yeah, that's always nice of Thor to go over there and give some victory beads out to the kids, and I know they love Thor.
Who doesn't love Thor? Honestly, that outfit, I'm jealous of it. I wish I could dress that well. High hang time kick coming down to Davis at the 14, far side hash to the 20. Goes outside the numbers to the 30 flag. Davis brought down outside the numbers in front of the Vinton-Shellsburg bench at the 38-yard line, but the flag is landing at the 25 in the area of perhaps an illegal block. So Decorah with 2 touchdowns from Garrett Wise, a rushing touchdown from Cole Steffen, and a rushing touchdown as well from Zach Lee tonight. They have scored all but one time they have had the ball on offense. They did fumble it on a punt, giving it to Vinton-Shellsburg, and they got a score because of that. So first down and 10 will be from the 15-yard line. Vinton-Shellsburg right to left, trailing 28-12. We have 8:12 to play in quarter number 3. We should mention that the homecoming speaker today, none other than Decorah's Brett Van Sloten. Great message, great speech he gave, and he was a champion on the field, and more importantly, he's been a champion off the field and a proud representative of this community.
Definitely a good friend of mine, and I've had the opportunity to watch many of football games of him at the Iowa and had the opportunity to go hunting with him, and he's just an overall great guy.
First and 10, 16-yard line. 3 receivers left, single receiver right hash. Woolma still quick toss right side, knocked down by Tim Winter, incomplete. Winter got it up in the air, knocked down the pass, and it fluttered incomplete in the left flat near the 15. Second down upcoming.
Tim Winter's been a guy all year that doesn't show a lot of emotion, just shows up on the field and gets the job done, and he's just been that I would say the piston in the engine, and really just stays not idle, but is always there.
Second and 10 from the 15. Give us to Highland into a crowd right side. Tries to bounce it a hole outside right, and Tim Winter wrestles him down at the 15-yard line. They knocked him back from that point. Andy Lilligreven also there to help out. Third down upcoming, 3rd and 10. Third and 10 from the 15-yard line for Vinton-Shellsburg. It's Winter and Schindler at the ends, Lillefeld and Headington at the tackles. Right now it's Rohr, Lilligreven, and Wise at the linebackers, Ralph and Mott at the corners, and Brendan Numedal and Zach Lee are at the safeties. Woolma screen pass left side, caught by Highland at the 15. Got away from Brendan Numedal. Actually, he didn't. Numedal got enough of him to cause Highland to go down between the numbers and the hash mark left side, near side at the 15, gain of 0.
It's nice to see that. Looks like we're getting some more guys in here on some special team stuff and getting them experience. I think we had about 10 guys come off the field there. That's something good to see, that the coaches are getting some guys in there.
On and punt formation, Tyler Bartz, Jenkins, and Lee back deep for Decorah. They kick it towards Zach Lee, but it's over his head. It bounces at the 40. Lee is going to chase it as it goes inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That ends up a boomer with the roll. So it ends up a 63-yard punt, and it flips the field position. But Decorah is still up 28-12, 6:34 to play here in quarter number 3. So first and 10 for Decorah from their own 22, left to right. Football will be on the right near side hash.
Their punter hasn't punted. I don't think a punt over about 30 yards tonight. and then, puts one over your head, then, we're in position to catch it where he had been kicking it all night and kicks one over your head, and props to him.
Tip your hat. 1st and 10, 22-yard line. Duggar on the offensive line. Lillefeld and Winter on the power side. Hovden and Pekanowski on the quick side right now. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. I formation receivers left and right. Give to Jacob Rohr. Slanting left, looking to turn the corner. Does so at the 20, to the sideline, and the 30, and ridden to the sideline by Womasil. They're going to mark him right at the 30-yard line. Jacob Rohr, in his first carry of the night, gets 7.
Good stock block out there by Drake Bauer. Stayed with his guy the whole time and until he was in position where he maybe could have got called for holding and let the guy off, and a really nice block out there by Drake.
Left to Ash, 1st and 10, 22-yard line. Vikings up 28-12. Split to the right, near or wide side, Dawson Meyer. To the left, Marshall Johnson. Tight end right side is Tweeten. I formation with Rohr and with Lee. Give to Zach Lee, running up the middle on a fullback trap. Up the hash mark to the 40 and gets covered up. At the 43-yard line, Wes Edwards brought him down there. If Wes Edwards wasn't there, Lee might still be running.
Yep, good job of keeping. He did a good job of keeping his feet moving, and kind of looks like the offensive line is taking a little bit of control here on their defensive line. The quickness is taking over the size of Vinton-Shellsburg, and we're just getting after guys, just a little bit more and paying off.
Halfway point, third quarter, 28-12. Decorah, 1st and 10 from the 43. Rohr to the left side, Bauer to the right side, Meyer. Rohr and Lee split behind Stephan, who takes the snap. Sidearm toss right side, caught by Dawson Meyer on the hash mark at the 48. Tried to make a circle route around a defender and cannot. Austin Bonsack brought him down on the near side numbers at the 48, but it's a gain of 5 yards.
Nice little play on first down, nice little 5-yard out by Dawson there, and made the catch, and that's all you can ask for. Tried to get upfield, and the defender was there. But the nice thing I liked seeing about that play, Darren, was he caught the ball and was looking to get upfield right away. He wasn't, dancing around. He got upfield right away. 2nd
and 5 from the 48. Dallas Mott right side, tight end left is Tweeten. Split left is Marshall Johnson. Split backs with Lee and Rohr. Give to Lee, fullback trap behind Rohr left side. Got tripped up near the line of scrimmage and covered up by Will Edwards at the 50-yard line. A gain of 2 to set up a 3rd and 3 as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. It's 28-12 Decorah.
I think we had all the makings of a good play there. I think the vision of Zach Lee got lost there a little bit, got behind one of our offensive linemen, but I think the hole was there and could have broke it free. Just got to see the field just a little bit better, but he's done a good job tonight.
3rd and 3 from the 50. Receivers left and right. Split backs. Tight end left is Tweeten. Vinton-Shellsburg showing blitz. Give is to Lee. Noah keeper. Stephan left side flag. As Stephan brought down on the left number, or the left hash mark at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7 pending penalty. Came from the umpire. Flag occurred at the 47-yard line. And
I think it's going to be, yeah.
It's a hold against Decorah. So the flag will be marked off from the Vinton-Shellsburg 47. That'll send it back to the Decorah 43 and set up a 3rd down and 10. 28-12 Decorah. 4:41 to play here in quarter number 3. Homecoming 2015. Marshall Johnson will bring in the play from the near side. When we get a second, we'll have a couple of shout-outs to give tonight. Dallas Mott. Marshall Johnson to the left, far or short side. Tight end right is Tweeten. Split backs, Rohr and Lee. Dropping the throw is Stephan. Screen pass left side, caught by Lee. He's still at 50 to the 45. Up the far sideline, breaking a tackle at the 42. Keeping his balance, running right, 35-30. Looking to get a block to the 20. Angling right to the 10, to the 5. Brought down at the 4-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle made by Jonathan Betterton. Oh, baby, what a play. 52 yards, first down on the screen play. I believe that's one of the first screens we've seen all season for Decorah. It was well executed to get the first down, and Zach Lee did a ton to get a lot more.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy so close to having his knee come down and getting a 52-yard gain. That very nice play there, and give props to the homecoming king,
Andrew Benelli.
Andrew Benelli. He was downfield trying to get a block down there, so props to him too.
So, split backs in the backfield, and a wing back right is Chris Sherman, the hamburger formation for Decorah. Here's the give off the right side to Lee. He runs behind Sherman. He fights inside the 5. He gets to the 1. Brought down between the numbers and the hash mark on the near side by Drew Wiley. Second down upcoming. 3:40 to play here in the third. 28-12 Vikings. Second down upcoming. Marshall Johnson brings in the play from the near side. Football will be on the right near side hash mark. Sherman will be a wing back right side. Tight end that way is Tweeten. Tight end left, Marshall Johnson. Split backs with Lee and with Rohr. And Steffen sneaks it up the middle. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown! Second rushing score of the night for Cole Steffen. 34-12 Decorah. 3:09 to play in the third.
That's kind of a nice little formation that we've come up with there. You know, they're going to see that we've got all of our, we're loaded up that side, and, they're going to shift to that side, and it opened up a pretty nice hole there for Cole to, just call a quarterback sneak and get in the end zone. So possibly something we could, maybe use down the road in a fourth down situation or something like that.
And they're going to toss it to Rohr on the left side as Hubden tossed it to Rohr as the swinging gate didn't shift over, but making a nice play for Vinton-Shellsburg was Nathan Struve, and Struve brings down Rohr on the 2-point miss. So 3:09 to play here in the third quarter, 34-12 Decorah. And let's take a break for Dental Associates. 3:09 to play here in the third quarter. Connor Doyle is up in the booth. You heard from him at halftime, and he just had a heck of a quote. Who says Decorah football's boring? 52-yard screen plays, new formations, goal line sets.
Hamburger formations.
Running the swinging gate. If you're snoozing during this one, I can't help you, folks. Zach Lee Parker Lane to kick off from left to right. Lane will kick off to the center of the field. It's going to bounce at the 20-yard line. Highland takes it on a couple of hops. No, it's Davis to the 20 to the 30. He runs to the 30-yard line and got covered up right there outside the numbers by Sean Schindler. So first down and 10 from that point. And you being the kicking expert that you are, I notice Lane and Lee kick off a lot from the left hash mark. Why does a kicker do that, Zach?
A lot of times, especially at the college level, if a guy's kicking off from the left hash, a lot of times it's the coaches wanting it to go over there because they want to try and pin that return team in one corner. So they're basically splitting the field in thirds, and they're trying to just limit that. They're trying to cover only 1/3 of the field instead of, all 3/3 of the field on a
Give to Barnes right side. He lost control of the football, and Decorah has it up the far side. Yes, they do. Barnes lost control of the football, and Dominic Mueller comes up with the fumble recovery. Sorry to interrupt there, Big Z.
That's a perfectly fine interruption.
Dominic Mueller with the fumble recovery as the Vikings get their first takeaway of the night. 2:57 to play in the third, and a plus territory start for the Decorah offense. First and 10 from the Vinton-Shellsburg 34-yard line. I don't know if that fumble was forced, but credit Mueller for being there.
Definitely. I think that's probably his first takeaway of his career, I'm assuming.
That's actually his second fumble recovery this season.
Okay. Props to him, and I'm sure he'll get a hatchet or of some sort come Monday.
First and 10, 34-yard line, left to right from the left hash. Wing left, split left. And here is Steffen on a busted play. Will keep it off the right side, and he will get as far as the 30-yard line, and he's brought down there in the center of the field by Jordan Womasil. It is a gain of 4 yards, and it looked like that perhaps was a little counter crossbuck play, but at the same time, it was discombobulated enough. Credit to Cole for just getting the job done and getting 4 yards.
Yeah, he recognized that the play was busted a little bit and decided just to take it himself and got positive yardage in that situation. That's the best thing that could happen.
2nd and 6 from the 30-yard line. Numedal and Wise split behind Steffen, who takes the snap. Trap play left side. Garrett Wise turns upfield inside the 25, inside the 20. Up the left, numbers brought down. At the 15-yard line, Nick Highland the stop. Garrett Wise with a gain of 15 and a first down for Decorah. We noticed Brendan Numedal is in the game, and from what I understand, Brendan's uncle Mike Naslin listening in the Chicago area tonight, and his aunt Laura Reddy listening in Sioux Falls, South Dakota tonight. So we thank them for tuning in. First down at 10, 15-yard line for Decorah. Left hash. The far side hash mark. Meyer left, Bauer wing left, tight end right is Schindler, split backs, Numedal and Wise. Give on a wing back sweep to Bauer, looking to turn the corner. Tries to stiff arm a man near the 15. The stiff arm failed, and Highland brings him down outside the numbers near side at the 14. So Bauer gets a yard. Laterally pursuing Wise, Coach Post talked about Vinton-Shellsburg's speed, and whenever Decorah has tried to go to the outside tonight, you can definitely see the black and gold Vikings have some wheels.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up there, and they have done a really good job of stringing things out on our plays that go to the outside or to the boundary or to the field. They've done an awesome job all night. 2nd
and 9 from the 14-yard line. Twins left, split backs. Steffen on a busted play once again. He'll run off left guard to the 11-yard line. So a gain of about 3 yards on that play. I think somebody went the wrong direction, and Cole able just to get his 3 yards. 3rd down and 6 from the 11. We're down to a minute to play here in the third quarter. It's 34-12. Decorah on top. Two receivers left side. I formation in the backfield. Tight end right is Schindler. Football on the right hash mark. Give to Brendan Numedal. He powers off left guard as he moves ahead to the 9-yard line. Brought down by Nicholas Funk, and it's 4th down upcoming. 32 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and my guess is that whistle, it blew in at 26 seconds, so Decorah will have to snap the football, and Decorah will keep the offense on the field. 4th and 4 from the 9-yard line. Football in the center of the field. Johnson and Meyer to the left side. Schindler tight end right. I formation, Numedal and Wise. 5-man front for Vinton-Shellsburg. Give to Numedal. No, Steffen keeps it left side, and he gets dragged down near the 5-yard line. I think he's going to be just shy of a first down, or so it appears. Wes Edwards brought him down. They may have to take a look. And they are going to let Denny Green and Dave Lumen come in from the far sideline. Mark Elber still has the 4 up on the down box. Have no idea what that means, in all honesty. So the umpire will grab the stick from Mr. Dennis Green, part of the veteran chain crew, and stretch of the chain, and it will be a first down as Steve Schaub points east. That'll be the end of the third quarter of play. Decorah leading by a 34-12 margin. Let's take a timeout for Henning Construction and for Decorah Tire Service. 34-12 Decorah. The Vikings will have a first and goal at the 5-yard line on the east end or the west end zone. The end zone to our left. Hello, Jeff and Belva.
Hi, Mom. Hope you're having fun listening in the camper in Cresco, and probably can't watch much TV because I took the portable dish with me.
And she allowed you. Decorah now has 411 yards of total offense, 274 on the ground, 137 through the air. Garrett Wise, 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. Steffen, 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Zach Lee, 49 yards and 1 touchdown. Steffen, 6 of 7 passing, 137 yards tonight. Decorah has held at 20-03, Vinton-Shellsburg 15-57. First and 10 from the, or first and goal at the 5. Split backs, twins left. Give it to Brendan Numedal, right side, walks in, touchdown. Brendan Numedal, his second career touchdown. It's 40-12 Decorah with 11:55 to play. Power side just getting it done right there, Big Z.
Yeah, he walked right into the end zone there, and good blocking up front by all the offensive linemen, and good job of Brendan just to see where the hole was. I know it sounds simple, but it well done by him. And Zed is, how many career touchdowns does he have?
7 or 2. It's a 7-play drive that took 66 yards and took 3:04 off the clock. And Lane's PAT is up and good. 41-12 Decorah, 11:55 to play. And let's take a timeout for Decorah mobile class. Brendan Numedal adds to the scoring tonight for Decorah. Wise with 2 scores. Stefan with 2 scores. Numedal with a score. Zach Lee with the score. Decorah up 41-12. And Parker Lane will kick off from left to right. Decorah, just awfully solid performance really in all facets tonight. 279 yards on the ground and 416 yards of total offense tonight. Lane will kick off from left to right. Davis and Highland back deep for Vinton-Shellsburg. Decorah looking to even up its record at 3-3 after 6 weeks. Lane's
there
kick
you go.
Coming down to Davis, and
okay.
that's a touchback. That drove Davis into the end zone. They let him bring it out for a little bit, but the whistle blew. The arm waved, and that's the second touchback this season for a Decorah kicker. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Left to right goes Vinton-Shellsburg, and I think we're going to start seeing some new kids in the game defensively here for Decorah. Mott and Ralph are still at the corners. Rohr and Lee are still at the line, or Rohr and Johnson are still at the safeties. Littlegraven, Rohr, and Derek Hendrickson are at the linebackers. Lee and Johnson at the safeties. Mott and Ralph at the corners right now. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Quarterback key for a new quarterback, Nathan Struve, as he runs right up the middle as he gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of about 8 yards. Cyric Nelson up front for Decorah now. Austin Keck there as well. Brent Schaefer as well as Andrew Bonelli, the homecoming king. Out there. 2nd and 2 from the Vinton-Shellsburg 28-yard line. Struve is still in at quarterback. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Struve will just keep it running up the middle, and he'll get brought down near the 30-yard line and brought down on the play by Andy Littlegraven. So 3rd down upcoming with 11 minutes to play. Decorah leads it 41-12. First time Decorah has scored over 40 points since Week 7 of last year against Crestwood. Third and 1 from the 29. Just stating the fact there, Coach Riley. I might lose my seat for the next game. Handoff right side. Womasil gave it to Barnes. He didn't get a lot. Got covered up by Keck and by Schaefer, but they will get the first down. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. But a pretty good response up front as some new players in the game for Decorah. 10:34 to play in the game, and it's nice getting to this point because you do have a 55-man roster. Granted, you got a few kids banged up, but at the same time, it's nice getting these guys that in-game experience.
Definitely. When you can get in, especially with this amount of time left in the 4th quarter, they're going to get some pretty good playing time in here.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. Womasil lofts the pass left side, caught on the numbers by Highland, who turns outside the numbers across the 40 and knocked to the sideline by Littlegraven and Mott. They're going to mark him at the 41. It's a gain of 11 and a first down.
One of our chain game members got ran over there.
Denny Green, it looks like. He's up. He's after it. Making his way to the sideline. Got to be tough to work those chains over there.
Yeah, you do.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Womasil in the gun and Barnes to his right. Womasil takes the snap, gives to Barnes left side. He runs to the 45-yard line, gets covered up by Andrew Bonelli at the 46-yard line on the left hash mark. It's a gain of 4 yards as we go inside of 10 minutes to play in the game. Vikings looking to go to 3-3, and you got Crestwood, and next week already the final regular season road trip. And then you got Charles City and West Delaware come to town.
When you play Cresco, throw the records out of the books and get ready to play a good, hard-nosed football game.
2 receivers right, single receiver left, 2nd and 6 from the 44. Give to Edwards as he eludes one defender in the backfield. Tried right guard, got covered up at the 47. Andy Lillegraven in on the stop. A gain of a yard. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. We should mention that the freshmen got a win tonight over Vinton-Shellsburg's freshman and sophomore group. Since Vinton-Shellsburg doesn't employ a sophomore group, sophomores went up to Caledonia last night. 32-6 victory for them to stay unbeaten. 3rd down and 5 from the 47. Womasil takes the snap, gives to Barnes left side, looks for a gap, finds one, lunges ahead inside Decorah territory to the 49. Going to be just shy of the 1st down as he's brought down on the left hash mark by Andy Lillegraven.
Derek Hendrickson has been in on the last 3 tackles. Nice to see him in there and throwing his body around and not afraid to get in there and show, on film that he could be a guy in there in a certain situations, and I think there's a lot of guys out there on the field right now that are really giving it their all, putting themselves on the line.
4th and 1 from the 49. 3 receivers, 2 to either side. Womasil takes the snap, gives to Barnes, gets the 1st down and more as he runs off the right side inside the 45 to the 44 as Andy Lillegraven brings him down at that point. Tyler Flack going to be in on the defensive line now for Decorah. Cyric Nelson also there with Brent Schaefer and Austin Keck. So 1st down and 10 from the 44-yard line. 41-12 Decorah. Wise with 2 scores. Steffen with the score. Numedal with the score. And Lee with the score. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Womasil in the gun. Barnes to his right. Womasil flutters the pass right side, and it's dropped by Edwards on the right near numbers, covered by Schaefer in the zone at the 40. 2nd down upcoming. Linebackers remaining Lillegraven and Hendrickson and Rohr to this point. In the secondary, it's Mott and Ralph who are the starting corners, and Marshall Johnson and Zach Lee who are the safeties right now. And now Spencer Bullman will come in and replace Lane Ralph. 8:04 remaining, 41-12 Decorah. Womasil takes the snap, pumps once, now was going to scramble. Tried the left side, tried to cut it back. Meeting him in the middle of the field to bring him down was Austin Keck. Gain of maybe 2, 3rd down and 8 upcoming for Vinton-Shellsburg.
Spencer Bowman, a guy on during practice all week long is giving his all on scout team and everything that he has to do, and just a great team player.
Robert Smedsrud in at a safety right now for Decorah. 3rd and 9 from the 43. Dropping a throw is Womasil. Womasil throws the left side. Throwing for his man. It's caught by Bonsack. Knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line by
Garrett Bohr.
It looks like Garrett Bohr. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. Garrett Bohr in the secondary now, as well as Christopher Sherman up front now for Decorah, making 2-way contributions tonight. 7:21 remaining. 1st and 10, 30-yard line. 2 receivers right, single receiver off to the left. Offset backfield to the right, and Womasil will be in the gun. He'll take the snap, drop back to throw. Womasil throwing down the middle of the field, going for his man, and it's caught. A nice grab is made by Austin Bonsack for the score. Zach Lee was right there. Didn't have too bad a coverage, but Womasil throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. It's 41-18 with 7:14 to play.
Yeah, Zach Lee was right there. I think he even had a hand in there. It looked like he had at least had a part of the jersey as the ball was getting caught. Just a really nice catch there by the Vinton wide receiver.
Bonsack with his first touchdown catch of the season. He was the only man to catch a pass last year against Decorah. They'll go for two this time. Womasil takes the snap. He'll look the left side. He'll throw the left side. Bonsack couldn't corral the too tall pass. 7:14 left, 41-18 Decorah. And let's take a break for Decorah Mobile Glass. 7:14 remaining. It's 41-18. It appears that Vinton-Shellsburg will attempt an onside kick. And I'm going to get into a debate. Chris Wanless and I had this one on the air last year. And I understand the element of never giving up and never wanting to tell your kids you're out of it. 4 guys to the right of the formation and 6 guys to the left of the formation. And Decorah is going to take a timeout here with 7:14 to play after they saw the setup. But I'm also going to look at it this way. You're 3 scores down. There's 7:14 remaining. And we talk a lot about the safety aspects in the game of football.
8.
Is it the wisest thing in this situation to onside kick, have perhaps the most dangerous play in football?
Yep.
And what is the cost-benefit analysis of this? Because to me, I'd think twice before doing this.
I totally agree with you, Darren. I don't think in this situation it is realistic. But that's me saying that, and I guess I'm totally with you.
And you know, there's a reason Coach Womasil is on the sideline and we're not. But
right.
At the same, and I get the element.
Yep, that you want.
That you never want to tell your kids you're out of it, but at the same time, if we're going to have a discussion about safety in the game of football, we have to have a discussion on plays like this.
Right.
It's fair to bring up, am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong at all, and I think it definitely is something that could be brought up. It's definitely one of the, especially at maybe not the high school level, but when you have kickers that can get the ball to pop up in the air that, 15 yards.
And
don't touch it.
Here's the kick off the foot of the kicker, Cole Garwood. It carries out of bounds at the 45-yard line, so it did not go the required 10 yards, so it really didn't matter anyway. But again, I'm not trying to criticize a coach at all, but I'm just bringing it up for the point of discussion.
Yep.
And
especially like you said,
you learn from Wanless. Well, agree with me.
I'm sure he's probably listening to us tonight.
Hey, what's up there, C-Dubs? Surprised Connor didn't bring him down, but oh boy, he's supposedly working, so. Would be one of the first times in his life. Decorah's quarterback, Paul Strand. Kidding there, Wanless. We love you, bud. 2 receivers right side.
He's
split backs in the backfield. Strand gives to the fullback or running back, Brent Schaefer. He'll run off the left side inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Looking at the offensive line right now for Decorah, Parker Grinna. As well as is in there, Brody Malone is up on that offensive line. That is going to be, Malone is the quick tackle right now. It looks like the quick guard is Cade Clemish right now. 2nd and 4 from the 38. Give off the right side to Roar. He lost control of the football, and it looks like Vinton-Shellsburg's going to have it, and they do. The rest of the players that were on that offensive line, Christopher Sherman was up there, as well as Parker Grinna. Also in on the offensive line that last time was Cade Clemish. So Vinton-Shellsburg will get the football back. Decorah now negative on the turnover ratio. 6:35 remaining in this one. 41-18. Decorah leading this one. It's academic at this point. Full house backfield, receivers left and right. Dropping the throw is Womosil. Womosil going to throw down the middle of the field, going for his man Bartz, and Bartz might have heard some footsteps. He let up a little bit and came up incomplete as Lee had the coverage. Bartz was beating his man to the post at the 30-yard line, but just kind of stopped. And Lee was coming up to perhaps make the hit. So back up for Decorah is Schindler and Winter at the defensive ends. Lillefeld and Headington at the defensive tackles. Wise, Lillegraven, and Hovden at the linebackers. Mott, Ralph at the corners. Johnson and Lee at the safety. So pretty much your number one unit back in the game now. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Womosil takes the snap, being chased by Schindler. He'll roll to his left. He gets buried by Cole Headington on the far side numbers at the 42-yard line. Adam Hovden was also in on the stop. It's 3rd down and 6 with 6:14 to play.
Sean does a really good job. Sean Schindler does a really good job of getting into his guy, and he, a lot of times he can even chuck that guy away and get free, but sometimes he just gets a little bit too far upfield or just a hair bit inside. That time the quarterback got around him. If he can stay and contain that outside, he's going to be a really good player come further in the season.
Dropping a throw, Womosil, he'll throw the left side. Catch made by Struve, and he's knocked to the sideline by Adam Hovden and Dallas Mott. Short of a first down, or so it appears, at the 47-yard line. 5:43 to play. You know what, and I'm going to say this from a game management perspective, from officiating. There's a lot of balls that have been very near the sideline that have been liberally declared out of bounds in this situation. There is no problem in that situation with winding the clock and say the progress was stopped inbounds. As Womosil takes the snap, he handed off to Barnes, and he got dumped immediately. It's a 4th down turnover as Keegan Lillefeld getting through there and shutting down Barnes for a loss of 4. So Decorah will have the football, 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line. Let's
55.
Andy Lillegraven is going to be in on the offensive line right now. Brody Malone, Parker Grinna.
Paul Strand at quarterback
for his 2nd series. Believe Malone will be at the quick tackle right now with 5:30 left. The center will be Parker Grinna. Lillegraven and Sherman will be on the power side. Klimish and Malone on the quick side. 1st down and 10, 45-yard line. Rohr and Schaefer will be in an I formation, and a flag flies on the near side. 5:28 left. Again, this crew has done a decent job tonight, but that's a situation right there where I think they're going to get the wide receiver for moving early. That's a situation, especially in this learning environment, you let it go and say, son, stay set before the next snap there.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
There's no reason to throw that flag there. 1st down and 15 it'll be from the 40-yard line. In a situation like this, when it's a 3-score game, the longer you make this game, more bad things can happen. 1st down and 10 from the 49-yard line in Vinton-Shellsburg territory. I formation, wing left. Strand takes, gives to Rory. Holds onto the football this time, finds an opening at the 45 to the 40 and tripped up to the 36-yard line. He gets a gain of 14. An ankle tackle of Will Edwards brings him down there. Second down upcoming, 2nd and 2 from the 34-yard line, the 37-yard line. Oh, to have listeners like Jared Schumann. Garrett Boris, the tight end on the right side of the line. Receivers left and right. Split backs with Schaefer and Moore. Strand takes, gives to Schaefer, tries the right side, lunges ahead to near the 35. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Dalton Schurtz is the man that brought him down with 4:35 remaining in the ball game. And you know what? Closed circuit to Jared Schumann, most people would agree with you. So actually it will be a first down. So first down and 10 for Decorah. 2 touchdowns for Garrett Wise. Cole Steffen, 2 touchdowns. Newman a touchdown. Zach Lee a touchdown. Vikes had over 400 yards of total offense heading into the fourth quarter after having 161 last week. Tight end on the right side, Garrett Bohr. Robert Smedzrud split to the right side. The give is to Rohr. Rohr sneaks off left guard, and he'll move ahead to the 32-yard line. And that's one thing that you can bring up as a teaching point. When Smedzrud was split to the far side, he ended up covering up the tight end, Garrett Bohr, on that side. If the tight end is on the end of the line of scrimmage and is covered up, he's ineligible to go downfield on the pass. 2nd and 7 it'll be from the 32-yard line as the Vikes just try to milk the clock on win number 3. Mott to the left side. Blake Schmelzer now off to the right. I formation in the backfield with Rohr and with Mueller. Pitch to Rohr. He drops the football once again. It's being fought for, and Vinton-Shellsburg is going to have it at the 37-yard line. So Rohr with his second fumble. So third turnover of the night with 3:26 remaining. I think Rohr just turned up field before he had.
He was trying to take steps before he had the ball in his hands.
Yeah, exactly. When I get commentary via text message in between, I lose my train of thought. But the commentary, for all your tire needs, you should go to the guy giving me the commentary via text, Jared Schumann at Decorah Tire Service. Struve is the quarterback this time. He's going to run up the middle, and Jacob Rohr just put a big hit on Struve and put him down at the 39-yard line. Jacob, perhaps a little frustrated on the last couple of fumbles, kind of took out his frustration on the Vinton-Shellsburg quarterback that time.
Yeah, And that's the thing when these seconds on the last offensive series there, you just got to, really mentally settle in and do your responsibility, catch the ball first, do the little things right.
Struve throws the right side, and the pass incomplete going for Edwards, covered in the Decorah zone by Matthew Fullhart. Third down upcoming. Austin Barth into the secondary as well for Decorah. Keck up front with Nelson, Schaefer, and Tyler Flack. The linebackers right now are Mueller, Rohr, and Derek Hendrickson. The corners are Bowman as well as Schmelzer. And the safeties right now are Austin Barth and Matthew Fullhart. Third down upcoming, 3rd and 9. Dropping a throw of Struve. Struve throwing deep down the left side. Incomplete, going for Bonsack. Overshot him by a good 15 yards. And 4th down upcoming. Coming in the lineup at the defensive line right now for Decorah, Cade Clemish. Also coming in on the defensive line, Parker Grinna. 2:46 left. 41-18. Decorah going to get a homecoming victory here tonight. Always fun to make it a happy homecoming.
Definitely, I was fortunate enough to win my homecoming games, and it makes a big difference, as far as going on for the rest of the season too.
Struve dropping back to throw. Struve throwing down the middle of the field. The wounded quail of the pass is knocked down incomplete by Schmelzer. And it's going to be a 4th down turnover. Schmelzer could have had a pick there, but you know what? He did the right thing.
He did, I would say, the better thing for the team.
Yep.
He could have got the interception, and he could have took ownership in getting the interception, but realized that if he knocks it down, he gets better field position for the team to, obviously in this situation it's not such a big deal, but in a close ball game that makes a big difference.
So, new quarterback in for Decorah. It'll be Austin Barth. Andy Lillegraven is the late arriving Viking. To the 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So Austin Barth with his first varsity snap right here. Garrett Bohr, the tight end, left side of the line. Schmelzer and Bowman split to the right. Split backs with Mueller and with Schaefer. The give is to Mueller. Powers ahead on the left side. Keeps the pile moving forward. He'll get as far as the 35-yard line. And virtually, and I'm not kidding, 7 of the 11 Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings in on the stop that time. I know we're running up against the 10 o'clock clock once again. David Grouse is waiting to turn the transmitter back on in case we do, so there might be a little brief static for those of you listening in on the radio side of things, but stay with us. We'll be right back with you. Thanks to Dave's efforts. 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Barth under center. Grinna takes the snap. The pitch goes on the right side to Derek Hendrickson. The pitch, he turns up the right numbers inside the 35, and down he goes at the 29-yard line. It'll be a first down with 1:50 to play.
Austin Barth, I always get a kick out of him. I see him around the school once in a while, and he's just so laid back and, just easy going, and I could see it on that play. Just he's a really good guy. I know he gives it all during during the week on certain things, and not the biggest guy in the world, but his heart sure is in the game.
First down and 10, 29-yard line. Give us to Schaefer off the left side, and he's just going to plow ahead to the 25-yard line with 1:33 remaining. $1:22 left. Oh boy.
Thank God for our weekly listeners.
Exactly. We love each and every one of you. Anyway, it's Vikes on the road next week at Crestwood. 7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 kickoff next Friday night. 1 minute to play in the game, 41-18 the score. Barth going to keep it on the belly left side. He hits the 24-yard line and gets barrel-walled back from that point. It's only a gain of a yard on the play with 50 seconds remaining. Going to have a very short post game tonight, but don't forget to check out the KDEC Sports YouTube channel. We'll have an interview with, I'm sure, what will be a very happy Coach Post.
His red-blue chant today brought some success on the gridiron.
Yep, and that's, by the way, on the KDEC Sports YouTube channel as well. Barth under center will take the snap. He'll give to Schaefer. Runs off the left side inside the 20, covered up at the 16, and the Vikes don't have to snap it again. Decorah is going to win this game tonight by a 41-18 margin. We'll give you some stats and a recap later on during the sportscast tomorrow morning. Follow my social media sites for that as well. Zach, your final thoughts on this one?
I thought that our offense did a really good job. I thought we were pretty balanced tonight. We were able to pass the ball around, and I said it early in the broadcast that we need to be able to utilize some screen passes, some short yardage passes. We were able to hit a couple 30-yard passes, and I think it really paid off to give our even our offensive linemen a break of run blocking every play and be able to pass block a little bit. And I can tell the guys are pretty excited here after this victory tonight, and hopefully we can take some of this momentum that we got going and build on it and hopefully get a run going here.
41-18, Decorah gets the victory here tonight. Nice job by you, Zach. Looking forward to the final regular season road trip to Cresco next week. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Decorah fans, we know you enjoyed the outcome. Final score tonight, Decorah 41, Vinton-Shellsburg 18. Decorah at Crestwood next Friday night. We'll have it for you, 7 o'clock pregame and 7:30 kickoff. So for Zach Curran, Darren Swenson saying so long. Vikings win it tonight, 41-18. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you again next Friday night.